All right, now that we have our character set up, we have to do a little bit of extra work on their eyes. So we want our character to blink when we animate this in After Effects. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take these eyeballs here, and I'm not going to take the pupils, but just the whites of the eyes. I'm going to actually copy those, and I want you to make a new layer, and we'll call this Eyes Closed, and we'll paste those in place, just like that. So now we've kind of lost the eyeballs. And so what we're going to do is just work on just the Eyes Closed layer. So hold down Alt and click on the eyeball next to Eyes Closed so that you can just see your eyeballs, and you actually can't see them. But we're also going to turn on the face here. And so what we want to do with these eyes is we actually want to take the pen tool, and we're going to draw a line straight through them, essentially from outside this eye all the way through it like that. All right, and the other thing we're going to do is we're going to take our eyeballs and we're going to take the eyedropper tool and make them the color of the face. Now that we did that, we don't need the face anymore, so let's turn that off. And now you can see we have basically two eyeballs and a line right here. And you can't see it, but it's there. So we're going to highlight these like this, and I'm going to take my line that I have, and I'm going to take and change its stroke to black, like this. And I'm probably going to make it, 2 or 3, whatever you've been using for your character. And then just use the black arrow tool and make that so it hits the top, or not the top, but the sides of your eyes. So now we have an Eyes Closed layer. So now if I also click Alt and click on the eyeball to bring everything back, you can see that the eyes are closed, but we don't have really anything to kind of see where the eyes are going to go. So on the Eyes Closed layer, I'm going to click on both of those eyeballs and take the stroke for that and kind of pick a darker tan color that's going to kind of match, not so much brown, but like a darker tan color here that's going to kind of match like around your eyeballs here. And so now when your character closes his eyes, and you can kind of check how this looks by holding down and just kind of clicking on this like that. So then we kind of have eyes closed over our eyes placer. So now the other thing we're going to do here is South Park characters, when they get really angry or really excited, they get a big X over their eyes. So we're going to make a new layer called X, like that. And we're going to take the pen tool, and again, let's set our stroke to black and our fill to no color. And again, set your stroke to 2 or 3 or whatever you've been using when you trace here. And basically, you're just going to draw across here an X, hold down Control and click to get off that pen tool, and then draw another path here like this and hold down an X like that. And so now you can take the Move tool and you can just move these around a little bit, just like this. Kind of get them centered up on there, like that. And now I have an Eyes Closed layer, an Angry Eyes layer, and an Eyes Open layer. Now, before we are done, what we want to do here is we want to make sure that we call this something. So we're going to go to Save As. We're going to call this Eyes. All right, so I'm going to call mine Eyes for Video because I already have an Eyes layer. And basically what we're going to do here is when we save this, we want to make sure we save it as Eyes for Video so that we can go through and we can delete all the layers except for the eyes, like this. So we have all our eyes stacked up, and I'm going to rename Eye Placer to Eyes Open. And so we're going to save this video here, or save this file, Eyes for Video, so that we can bring in just this Illustrator file and have eyes for our character. So basically what we're going to have is one file for our character and one file for our eyes.